Okay, this is my first video, and it's about me running for president of 2016. Why am I running for president? Because I served my country for 8 years, and I took an oath to uphold the Constitution, to protect it against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Your Constitution in the Second Amendment says you, as an American, have the right to bear arms. Don't say if you're willing to go to a courthouse and get fingerprints or a background check or register your guns or do a concealed weapons permit to carry. Nope. Second Amendment is your weapons concealed permit. Second Amendment is your right to bear arms. It is a right that our forefathers knew they had to put down, given to them by God. God says you have a right to protect your family. That is a God-given right. No government, no politician, no judge, no lawyer, no prosecutor, no cops has the right to come to your house and tell you what you can or cannot have in your house. That's the bottom line. If you want to own a gun, it is your God-given right to own a gun. To protect your family. God ordered us to protect our family. I don't understand why senators or politicians want to say, well, we'll let you own a gun if you're willing to give us fingerprints, a background check, register your guns. Why? All because some booba the fool wants to walk into a school and shoot it up. When it's the same freaking people who made the same ridiculous rules about let's make schools gun free. So booba the fool could be the only one that has a gun to walk into the school and do a shooting when nobody can stop it. Because it takes time to call the cops for the cops to respond. Let's check this out. Something many Americans don't know about. When that school shooting in Connecticut at Sandy Hook Elementary happened, there was also a shooting in San Antonio, Texas at a theater. Now, how come Sandy Hook made the news, but San Antonio's didn't? Because in San Antonio, there was only 2 people shot. Just 2. Across the street, a boyfriend and girlfriend was having dinner. The boyfriend pulls out a gun, shoots her at the restaurant. He gets up, he walks across the street into the theater to shoot more people across the street in the theater. When he entered the theater, there was a lady there who had a 9mm. When he pulled out his gun, she pulled out his and shot him. Shot him dead on the spot. See, it took a law-abiding citizen who had a gun to stop Booba the Fool, who had a gun, from shooting more people. It's common sense. You can't expect teachers to protect kids and protect them from gun shootings when they don't have a gun to take out the person who's going to commit the awful act with. Has a gun. Alabama, school bus driver gets shot I don't know how many times because some guy stopped him and said he wanted 2 kids out the bus. The bus driver tried to stop him and he got shot. If the bus driver had a gun, we would hear on the news how bus driver shot Booba the Fool for trying to kidnap kids off the bus, but bus driver protected the kids and shot Booba the Fool, and that 6-year-old would have went home to his parents that night instead of spending a week in a bunker with this insanity person in Alabama. See, guns protect people. Guns don't kill. People kill people. There is no way around it. If you gotta have a gun to stop somebody with a gun. Ask the cops. Will they go into a Crips or Bloods gang shootout if they didn't have the guns? Would the cops or FBI or CIA be willing to go do drug bust if they didn't have the guns? Ask them that. I guarantee they'll tell you if you took the guns from them, they would not go in to do a drug bust or try and stop the Bloods and Crips from shooting each other or a drive-by shooting or any of that. Ask the cops. They will tell you no. Ask the military. Hey, military, will y'all go to war if we took your M16s? If we took your grenades or your tanks or your bombs, your planes, your boats, would y'all be willing to go to war? No. Why would they? You gonna send an unarmed person to war? It's insanity. It's the same thing you're asking a U.S. American to do. Hey, we don't want you to have a gun in your house, But if that burglar breaks in, you won't have no defense. You're going to have to call 911. But it's going to take time for the cops to respond. You may be alive. You may still have your possessions. But nobody's going to be able to know. Now, if you have that gun, you're going to know instantly you're going to be able to keep your life and your possessions and protect your family. Because you have a gun to stop the booba the fool person from doing something stupid. But I don't understand why our politicians don't understand this. They want to say, oh, well, booba the fool is doing this, so let's make it harder for the average American to own a gun. When the average American ain't the one walking into a school doing the shooting. An average American ain't the one that takes a kid off the bus to kidnap them. You know, these are very few incidences, but they want to make it seem like every American's doing this. It ain't every American. Every American has common sense. Or I should say, most Americans have common sense, and most Americans know when to do the right thing. But yet they want to say, oh no, we want fingerprints, background checks, register your guns. We want to limit you to how many guns you could have. Why? You look at California yesterday, and that's the reason why. 33 agents going door to door confiscating guns. For what? Because that guy's wife was hospitalized for, say, a day or a couple hours because she was depressed. They want to call her a mental illness and say he can't have a gun or she can't have guns. Is this what this country's going to? I don't think so. It's why I'm running for president, because we the people will be heard.